right, here he is, Craig Antush, the head coach of the state champion Hickory girls golf team, and second year in a row. I assume this little presentation and winning a state championship never gets old.
No, and especially this season, I'm sure, like Sasha said, with the girls, from an adversity standpoint, had to deal with it. In her case, and Luciana's case, they had to deal with it 3 days in a row, and it's just a case where they're tough. They're tough kids, and for that to take place at their age was very impressive, but was also very noticeable from the other competitors on the course, because even the group that I was following, after about 10 holes, it was basically, let's just get out of here because we're done and we don't want to be bothered with the elements anymore. So it was impressive, probably more in my mind from that standpoint as compared to last year, because I mean, it was gorgeous in the 70s and so forth, and just a great experience overall for them.
What's the key for this year's team? Obviously, you got some outstanding golfers, but what do you think was the key for this team's success?
Consistency, commitment, and also the drive that all the girls had. And it's not just from 1 to 5, but also 1 to 9, that they were really determined to advance their skills and their game. And I also feel a lot of that stems from having Matt Liberti on board with his knowledge of the game, and also the drills that he presented to the girls that, you know, allowed them to continually improve with each passing practice, and also giving them an opportunity, the younger girls, to play in matches as an independent, you know, just gaining any type of experience that could take place throughout the season. So, but I would go back to just their determination to really excel and, you know, be very successful.
Now, you've been around sports, you've coached, you've played at the highest levels. How unique is this group that you've coached here at Hickory?
I mean, sometimes there's no words to mention it, because again, even when, you know, during our baseball games, when I'm talking to umpires that are avid golfers and I tell them what these girls did last year, and they think I'm lying until they, you know, do some research on their own. And I'm telling you, I said they're 14, 15, and 16 years old and they're pulling this stuff off. And even at the professional level, like this past season, there were some guys that just didn't have the mental toughness to succeed. And you know how this sport is. I mean, one hole, one shot can just completely destroy your round. And just a big emphasis from the mental aspect is, you know, take your shot, short memory. Just get ready for the next shot or putt or whatever it is, because for the most part, you're probably going to get about 75 to 80 opportunities. And, you know, yes, you may not succeed on 1 or 2 of them, and that's a classic example where on number 12 at States on Wednesday, Sasha probably had the worst hole of her 3 years of high school. And what does she do? She comes back and birdies the next one, 13, and so forth. And that's just pretty much the philosophy that I like to really emphasize. I feel that I can dictate that a lot better than the mechanics, where Matt can dictate the mechanics, but just being mentally tough and kind of having a very short memory and mindset is, you know, another reason for their success, especially at this age.
With the entire team coming back, obviously high expectations for next year.
Yeah, very optimistic, because you also know that everybody's going to be better as far as our girls are concerned. And, you know, it's kind of funny because back when I first started, 60s were kind of the norm, high 50s were kind of, or mid 50s were kind of the norm just for 9 holes. I mean, we have girls that are pushing in the 60s for 18, you know, in the 70s. So going to expect a lot more out of that. And for, you know, them to realize that, you know, once August arrives, that the last 2 years are just a distant memory, and they're definitely, you know, great experiences, but it's not going to matter anymore to, for the future schedules and so forth.
Coach, we want to congratulate you. It's been an amazing run. I know it's not over. Looking forward to see what this team provides next year, but congrats on being the Vase Pub and Grill Team of the Month.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for this recognition.